To get to the bottom of what is potentially an issue, what we need to look at, what influences the flood has actually caused across paddocks, soil testing is a terrific method to identify any limitations or any changes that may have occurred. So firstly, a shallow soil test, 0 to 10, looking at the normal nutrition, pH type issues, so that's always a good starting point. And then from there, you know, really starting to hone in and getting a look around the soil health issues. So that's sort of from a shallow soil testing point of view, and that can be a comparison between the flooded areas compared to, you know, the areas that haven't been impacted by the flood, so that you can get that comparison. And a bit of a benchmark really is to where we're at. And then the secondary or the third component of that would be to look at a little bit deeper, looking down the profile, so taking a deep soil test, grabbing some cores across the paddock and just identifying, I suppose, firstly, mobile nutrients like nitrogen, sulphur and boron. You know, have they been leached deeper in the soil profile? And if they have, you know, segment that out and just find out exactly how deep in the profile they're actually located. And also, you know, breaking that segments down, you can look at things like pH, you know, as well, just to see whether there's any other limitations down the soil profile that potentially will influence, you know, the rooting depth of a plant. From a farmer's point of view, taking a deep soil test is critical. This number one will give you an idea about any limitations down the soil profile, and that's the first thing about it, if that's what you're looking at. But in its very simplest form, taking deep cores is looking at nitrogen and sulphur levels in the soil and how many kilos of N or kilos of S we've actually got in the soil profile. And that's absolutely critical for a farmer basing his budgets on nitrogen and sulphur in this coming crop around, because if you don't have that part of the equation, it's a credit, it's money in the bank. If you don't have that part of the question answered, then you're really stabbing in the dark as far as your rate of application that you're going to be putting on in crop.